How can we compare numbers? We have used the symbols greater than, less than, or equal to help us compare two-digit and one-digit numbers. We have also used place value blocks to help us compare. For example, when comparing the numbers 21 and 17, we can show our tens and our ones to help us compare. For the number 21, we will need to show two tens and a 1. For the number 17, we need to show 1 10 and 7 ones. This way, we can see a visual of each of their values. When comparing numbers, we need to compare the greatest value first. In this case, we can see that the number 21 has two tens, while the number 17 has only 1 10. So in this case, the number 21 is greater than 17. Remember that the symbol opens up to the greater number. Today, we will learn to compare three-digit numbers. We will begin by comparing 235 and 132. Just like we did for two-digit numbers, we can show each of their values, hundreds, tens, and ones, to show our place value blocks. Showing our place value blocks will once again give us a visual of which number has the greatest value. For the number 235, we need to show two hundreds, three tens, and 5 ones. Now for the number 132, we need to show 100, 3 tens, and 2 ones. Remember, in order to compare numbers, we need to begin by comparing the greatest place value. In this case, we can see that the number 235 has two hundreds, while the number 132 has only 100. We know then that 235 is greater than 132. Remember once again, our symbol opens up to the greatest number. Let's try another example. Let's compare 242 and 271. Once again, we can label our hundreds, tens, and ones to help us show our place value blocks. When showing our place value blocks, we need to show two hundreds for 242, 4 tens, and 2 ones. For 271, we also need to show 2 hundreds, 7 tens, and a 1. Now, we need to remember to compare our greatest value first. If we look at the hundreds, we can see that 242 has two hundreds, and 271 also has two hundreds. In this case, we would need to compare the next greatest place value, which would be our tens. For our tens, we can actually see that we have 4 tens here for 242, while 271 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is greater than 4 tens. This tells us that in this case, 242 is less than 271. And as you can see, once again, our symbol opens up to the greatest number. Let's try one last example. Let's compare the number 341 and 341. In this case, once again, to help us show our place value blocks, we can label our hundreds, tens, and ones. We need to show 300s here and 4 tenths. We also need to show a 1, over on this side we need to show also 3 hundredths, and 4 tenths, and a 1. If we start comparing with the greatest value, we can see that they actually both have 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3 hundredths. If we look at the tenths place, they both also have 4 tenths, which means we need to compare the next value, 1 and 1. We have the same amount in each place value, which means that our numbers are actually equal. 341 is equal to 341. As you can see, just like we did when we used 1-digit and 2-digit numbers, when we compared 1-digit and 2-digit numbers, we can also use place value blocks and our symbols to help us compare. When you practice on your own, make sure to remember to use the proper symbol. Show greater than, less than, or equal. Labeling our hundreds, tens, and ones can help us to show our place value blocks to compare each of their values.